Okay. Well, then, greetings to everybody, whoever has been able to join up until now. And I hope there'll be more people joining in as this talk today sort of goes through. Uh, yeah, and let me just start by sharing my screen.
मुकम्मल तैयारी कर कहने का मतलब इस बात की गारंटी भविष्य के लिए कि अब किसी भी तरह से कोई परीक्षा लीक नहीं होगी। इसके लिए अपनी प्रतिबद्धता सरकार ने दिखाई और सरकार ने इस बात को और मानो इस पर हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए भारत व्यापक आंदोलन हुआ फर्क सभी लोग अपने अपने घर वापस जाए सरकार ने
Sir, if you could make me like co-host, I can help with the maybe muting people and all in
Yeah,
between.
no, I did mute people. I was just wanting to check if you were able to see the screen. Maybe I should share the screen again. Just give me a second. Okay, the problem is one second. Okay, am I audible now? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear.
Okay, yeah. No, I need to just share it in such a way so that I don't get muted. Just one second. Okay, I believe I'm still audible, right?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, okay, right. So I just wanted to start with this before I go on to talk about NSNU. So we have the privilege of having Mrs. Malti Jaswal as the esteemed speaker for today's webinar. And yeah, NSNU essentially has been doing webinars once a month, wherein we call in esteemed speakers on a subject that is resonates with the elderly, but is also sort of useful for the not so elderly to hear in. And uh, with Malti, I think we are particularly encouraged because NSNU and Inspiring Seniors Foundation are both working towards engaging and empowering, sort of keeping our seniors engaged and empowered. And I mean, like I've always said in previous webinars and with whoever I meet, that we don't think, as a organization, as a Vera na Umang, that we can really make, more than a drop and a half difference, to the cause that we are driving, which is basically to see that the seniors stay engaged and empowered unless and until there is collaboration. So we strongly believe that our work must include collaboration, and and that's the path that we've been taking ever since we started on this journey. And I'm so happy that we are now moving in the direction of also collaborating with Maltese organization, which is Inspiring Seniors Foundation. She'll speak more about our organization and our work, as part of our talk. And uh, yeah, and there's a lot that the organization has been doing, she's been doing, and just as me, I'm sure the others will also benefit from the talk. A little bit about you, Malti. I mean, like I said, she's founder of Inspiring Seniors Foundation. She has extensive experience in the corporate world, particularly in the insurance sector, as well as in the development sector, which is really good because we do need people like her in the development sector to make a difference to the cause that we like to drive. So she served as a senior consultant with the World Bank Group and as an advisor with the National Health Authority since 2018. Just as what NSNU does, her vision is also to empower every senior with a personal strategy for leading a healthy, active, and purposeful life. I think the key words there are healthy, active, and purposeful life, while remaining meaningfully engaged and giving back to the society. I mean, those are really strong words. Through Inspiring Seniors Foundation, she seeks to build an inspiring seniors movement where seniors thrive through meaningful intergenerational connections, continued learning, community participation, and opportunities to contribute the wisdom and experience towards positive social transformation. So yeah, that's really a great background to have, Malti, and yeah, and really pleased to have you today with us as part of the webinar. Before I ask you to, speak on Inspiring Seniors Foundation and all that you've been doing, I would just like to run a very short video on NSNU, if that's okay with you, which
Yeah,
is
sure.
which is about 5 to 7 minutes, I believe, which is a combination of our introduction about NSNU for those who don't know about NSNU, and also it is actually about the work that we did in the first year from our start. I mean, essentially, NSNU is a concept around keeping the seniors engaged and empowered. The seed was born way back in August of 2023. It took us a year to, basically launch it formally, which was on August 15th, 2024. Although we were registered in May of 2024. So we've actually completed 2 years since the formal registration, but we will be completing 2 years in August this year from the formal launch, in terms of formally sort of getting into what we do with various verticals. So this video is essentially, around our first year, which is basically, from the annual report of 2024-2025. So we still have to bring out the annual report of 25-26. The accounts are still under, yeah, they're being audited. So once they're audited and then the annual report comes out, that's when we have the year two annual report also. But I just wanted to share, this year one annual report for people to just see what NSNU has been doing. And then I'll hand it over to Malti to talk about Inspiring Seniors Foundation. So I will probably have to share it. Yeah. And so that I'll be on mute. Yeah, just give me a minute, please.
Mean isolation. It should mean wisdom. It should mean respect. It should mean belonging. At Naya Savera, Nai Umang, we are changing the narrative of aging in India. Launched on 15th August 2024, India's Independence Day, NSNU was born from a simple yet powerful idea to bring dignity, joy, and connection to our elders. In just 1 year, what began as a heartfelt vision has grown into a movement. As NSNU completes its first year, I am filled with gratitude. We listened to stories in old age homes. We celebrated festivals together. We witnessed wisdom being rediscovered. This journey belongs to every volunteer, donor, intern, and well-wisher who believed in us. In just 1 year, NSNU reached over 975 elderly citizens across 4 cities. We organized 31 events and partnerships with 9 old age homes. From yoga sessions to city tours, From spiritual gatherings to games and celebrations, we created moments of joy, we created bonds that matter. Our work is guided by 5 strong pillars: health and well-being, community engagement, estate and financial planning, advocacy and awareness, and meaningful collaborations. Together, these pillars ensure holistic care for our seniors. Beyond events, we conducted community webinars, knowledge-sharing sessions, and assessment of over 60 elderly care institutions. We piloted a unique intergenerational mentor-mentee initiative linking orphans with seniors, because connection heals both generations. Behind every milestone is a committed team. Our governing board, advisory board, chapter heads, volunteers and interns. Together, they form the backbone of NSLU. Leadership with compassion, governance with vision. Transparency builds trust. In 2024-25, our income was supported by life memberships, annual memberships, and donations. 68% of our assets are invested in digital infrastructure, building a sustainable and scalable future. Every rupee received was directed towards impact. To our 17 plus donors, your contribution of rupees 42,179 was not just financial support, it was belief. To our partner old age homes, institutions, mentors, and collaborators, you made this journey meaningful. We are deeply grateful. I haven't laughed so much in years. Today, I felt young again. NSNU gave me purpose and perspective. These words define our impact more than numbers ever can. The journey has just begun. In the coming year, NSNU aims to expand into 10 additional cities, partner with 10 more institutions, strengthen internship and volunteer programs, and build stronger academic collaborations, because every senior deserves dignity. 1 year, 975 lives touched. Imagine what we can do together next. Your support can help us reach more seniors, expand to new cities, build sustainable elder care ecosystems. Every contribution, big or small, strengthens dignity. Scan the QR code. Visit www.nsnu.in. Be a part of the movement. Let us give our elders not just years in life, but life in their years. Join NSNU, support the cause, shape a brighter future for our seniors.
Thank you for
Yeah, thank
patiently
very
listening.
nice, very nice.
Thank you, Malti. Okay, with that, I think we will move over to the main agenda for today, which is to listen in to Malti. Over to you, Malti.
Thank you very much. First of all, Sami, thank you for inviting me, for giving this opportunity. I request Shruti from our team, to if she can share the presentation. So I think our work is very similar. Our I would say, in similar domain, I would say, with the similar intent. Maybe the programs may be, somewhat complement complementary program, I would say, not replicating, or not exactly the same. And I'm also a member of, NS and you WhatsApp group also. So I see a lot of activities. I think what this report has captured maybe last year. So I'm also aware of the latest activities, which go on. Very, very impressive work. Congratulations, Sami, to you and to entire, members, senior members of the group. So about us, Inspiring Seniors Foundation. So we are also approximately the same age group in companies, I would say. We were born in January 24. I think this NSNU was August 24, so we were in January 24. We couldn't make it 26th January, so we were pre-born by few days. So we 11 January, 11 January 24. Okay, so our work is basically, how do you keep the seniors, in our assessment, or in our view, they are a big huge resource for the society. And if the senior citizens would be healthy, move, Shruti, we can move to the next one. So if we are healthy and engaged, we could do a lot. I mean, 10-12% of senior, population of India is already senior citizens. And out of that, if approximately 10-20% are the, retired, people who retire, people who have retired from, jobs, and when they retire, they are pretty healthy, and active. But the challenges begin soon after, so the Niti Aayog report says that 75% of seniors do have one or more chronic conditions. 35% of them experience loneliness. These are some of the facts and challenges. And of course, this also presents a huge opportunity. Like what we feel that what we see in India is the youth dividend. We speak about the youth dividend, but there is also a very big opportunity of silver dividend. Like we have not I think the conversations are beginning to tap this opportunity, to tap this segment, or to tap this cohort of population. Next, please. What usually, old senior citizens, Shruti, we can go to the next slide. So when we think of retirees, we think retire ho gaye, chalo, let's just relax and sit back. Uh, but most of the government heads, you look around, look around Russian president, our own prime minister, US president, Chinese president. I mean, all of them are way above, 60, 70, 80 plus. Some of the, Nobel prizes, typically 60 to 70 age cohort, is the Nobel prize age. And so many of these inspiring seniors, they are examples of, what they did post 60. I mean, before 60, everyone is working actively, but this picture is kind of defining the old age, uh, rather redefining the old age, changing the perspective about old age. We feel that the first change that we need to bring about is to, first of all, stop looking at senior citizens, as dependents, or as kind of beneficiaries. They're still have lot to give and lot to do. Three pillars of active aging. There is a WHO framework. There is a this We are in the middle of UN decade of healthy aging, from 2020 to 2030. The three pillars defined by the UN bodies are, three pillars are defined. That when we say active aging, what do we mean by that? So the three components are definitely health, and health is, of course, it involves nutrition, medical checkup, daily activity, and of course the mental health and well-being. The second is about how participative the seniors are in the in the running of, like before we became 60 or 65. In some cases, that in India, the retirement age could be from 58 to 60 to 62 to 65. There are different organizations follow that. We were actively involved. What changes after the retirement is that there is no participation in an intellectual, intelligent, or in economic activity. So participation is very, very necessary for active aging, for healthy aging. While participation could be in many ways. It could be by volunteering, it could be by learning new skills, socializing, it could be by intergenerational bonding. Like you have, NSU, and you have the programs of going to orphanages, for example. That's an intergenerational bonding. That's an excellent program combining the volunteering with intergenerational bonding aspect. uh, the third pillar is, of course, the security. Nothing can happen without having the pensions, having safe environment, cities which are friendly to seniors, communities which are friendly to seniors. One important area of exclusion of seniors is nowadays technology. So the digital era, got introduced when we were, let's say, in our middle age or upper middle age, and now, of course, the Chat GPT and AI generation. So one of the very important areas of exclusion for senior citizen is recognized as technology, digital exclusion. That has become, and that is cutting across rich and old, educated or uneducated. That's one area. At Inspiring Seniors, we are working on the first two pillars, health and participation, and a little bit on the third pillar, which is the financial, the technology awareness. Of course, pensions and safe environments are, of course, very big topics, and there are some NGOs working with the government to do that, but we are not in that space. What we are trying to do, Shruti, next please. What we are trying to do is, we our vision is that how do we create a world where, how do we create a society, a nation where every senior citizen lives with purpose and connection and an opportunity to contribute meaningfully throughout life. And when we do so, healthy aging is an automatic, complementary part of it. So we can say we are focused on healthy aging, or we can say that even if we say it in other words, purpose and connection and opportunity to contribute. If you would look at your own NS and UI group, I think everyone wants to contribute. I think one common theme that I see in that group is when you send, and sometimes you send messages, 60 के बाद क्या नहीं करना चाहिए और 60 के बाद क्या करना चाहिए, right? And most of those messages are actually nothing but repeating some of these pillars, right? Are making them aware, re-aware. You create awareness, you create education. So I guess even a WhatsApp group of seniors is a very educated platform. It's a very connecting platform. So let's say we are using technology to connect people, to make them aware, make them educated. Some bit of not having anything compared to that, having this group to interact with each other. So how do we convert our vision into reality, into programs? How are the programs? What are the programs that we have presently, which fulfill that, which kind of work in that vision mission that we have? So we have four kind of pillars. Three are more, I think the first three are more important, more I would say prominent in our work compared to the fourth one. I'll explain each of these. So it's a kind of a, we wish to be a well-being platform, a platform for healthy and purposeful aging. And how do we do that? So we have a wellness and well-being, the physical, mental, and emotional vitality. How do you have day-to-day health? And I'll explain each of these. Second is purpose. How do you stay relevant and contribute? How do you feel worthwhile? How do you feel that you have value even today, right? And learning, how do you stay alive, stay curious? Because being curious, children are always curious, but how do we become so laid back and not be curious about things? And we should be curious about things, because one lifetime is not enough to know everything, right? So there should be curiosity, there should be learning opportunities. And the fourth is the connection, social, the joy we feel about we meeting with each other, doing things common, what we hold, what is dear to us. So we have a bag full of these activities, these programs in a week. So we have, and we are mostly a digital, us is a mostly digital platform, but then we do have some physical events and physical programs also. I'll explain about them. Shruti, we can go to the next one. So coming to the first one, the health and wellness. So what we do is we have a 11 a.m. program on daily dose of fitness, so which is very senior citizen specific, yoga, exercises, meditation. It's a combination of 45 to 60 minutes of that. We do include a couple of days, Monday to Friday, it happens at 11 a.m. And we do include sometimes dance yoga also, so people have chance to dance on old songs which are favorite of everyone. Lata Mangeshkar and Rafi, people just love dancing on those songs. So there are some 1 or 2 days are also having more more joyful activity. Then others are fitness specific to seniors, balance, or how do you strengthen muscles, because bone loss, so many issues are there as we grow old, the bodies grow old. And then there is a we have a health talk which we call as Wellness Japan. That's also in collaboration with another sister organization, Healthy Aging, Age Well India. And that is by Dr. We have we have collaborated with them. So it happens every Friday 4 p.m. And this is Dr. Grewal has been conducting this from the COVID time. We joined hands nearly 2 years back. And it is a very, like yesterday's topic was loneliness in elderlies, right? So it is always specific to the seniors. It could be relating to sleep issues, it could be bone loss issues, it could be any diabetic management, it could be yoga for seniors. So every Friday, and it has a very good committed, I would say, committed audience who are very active, who ask the questions and who are very, very engaged. We also have a step count challenge, which is kind of making people, it's nudging people to be more mobile during the day. To have like 5,000 steps, 7,000 steps, 10,000 steps, to build that mobility, which is very essential for our basic health. Walk, most of the people do walk, but then we nudge them to do it during the day also, stay active and have these step count hour by hour. They can track in the app that how many steps they are taking. And most of the people have these days smartphones, which also helps in tracking. Next please. We can go to the next one, Shruti. We'll skip the videos because usually the video will take time, and then voice is not there. We can go to the second pillar. I would say the core pillar for our existence is this productive aging with social and intergenerational impact. So in this, we are trying to, so let's say we are trying to address 2 or 3 issues, social issues that we face in our country today. On the one hand, we have senior citizens who are a large in number, retirees, educated, experienced, with years of experience and so much of wisdom with them. And the other hand, we do have children whose academic understanding, whose particularly those from the underserved communities, they don't have access to expensive schools or tutors or guides and mentors. So these programs are specifically addressing the the underserved community children from those communities. So we have tutors program. I will be speaking about it a little more also in detail. In this program, our senior citizens give tuitions to the underprivileged children after their school hours, and we map one or two students to one senior, and it could be about English, science, and maths. I'll explain about it. We have also developed a program on life skills, which will be delivered in the schools and in person, or it can be done online as well. We also have a program called Let's Talk English. This is to build the English speaking, conversational English capacity of the, children from these communities, because usually they feel that they are missing something if they're not able to speak in English. So this is to address that, lack of confidence, I would say, more than the lack of capability. Very recently, then we have now this, this month onwards, we have tied up, collaborated with Vidyanjali, which is a government of India portal for supporting schools, school education and schools. So under this, now our senior citizens, are, members would also be going to schools. They could also do it individually on their own also with Anjali, but why what the tie-up with us would enable, we would provide them with all the material that they need for the classes, and we will give them, our focus area is not just going to be about the just the curriculum, but we will be teaching life skills under Vidyanjali, or moral stories, or life skills, or English program. All of the programs that we were so far delivering online, now those programs and the content and the curriculum, the videos and all the modules will be available to the seniors. Plus, we also would be supporting them with a transport allowance in case the school is a little far off from their place. It's not walking distance, so that they don't go out of pocket. The idea is to use this huge resource pool that we have, and I feel that that is the real silver dividend that we want to kind of begin a movement for that silver dividend to happen in the country, and to make it happen. So this is a small effort in that direction. Next, please. uh, what we have in the third pillar, what is now popularly becoming known as third university as well world over, for the senior citizens, for the seniors to learn new skills and keep themselves updated. So as I mentioned, digital literacy, digital exclusion is one of the very big areas of exclusion of seniors. So we run a digital literacy and AI classes. These happen on Tuesdays. All of these programs happen on Tuesday 4 p.m. So alternately, it is digital literacy. We recently launched financial literacy, and we will also be covering the legal literacy part. I saw in that NSNU video that you also have estate planning as one of the areas. So legal literacy is to address some issues around that, and other issues about seniors own rights, and how they can exercise those rights, what are the remedies, and what are the different issues that impact them. But I would say that our most popular program has come to be the AI and digital literacy program, which is on Tuesdays 4 p.m., which is empowering them. And I was told by our team that our team members who conduct this program, that now the some of the seniors are actually going to advanced AI, and they're practicing that, and they're asking questions which are relating, which is very surprise, which is a very pleasant surprise to us. We started with teaching them with small functions of smartphone, UPI, making digital payments, or DigiLocker, or uh, life certificate, etc. But their interest and their questions and curiosity is, I think, within the 10 sessions, they're quite advanced in learning about AI. Next, please. The fourth pillar that we have, we'll skip this video, Shruti. This is about intern movie. It's a beautiful video where he says that he has, what is it that he wants to do, and so this fourth theme is what we call connection, and it could be also called hobby based activities. So these are music, it is fun with art, or a book club, or a storytelling, or a creative writing, games, and dance. Some of these sessions are just for fun. And I would say in this activity group, the music group is the most active one, but art group and the book club is also, the storytelling is also catching up now. We especially wanted to popularize cognitive games, the cognitive decline, dementia, and mental mental health issues are to be addressed. And cognitive games and quizzes is a very nice way of handling it. Music, fun with art, the and or creative writing, all of these address. I mean, let me also share that all our programs are science based as well. I mean, there is science behind these programs. So there is health, of course, everyone knows yoga and physical health and the step count. But the importance of volunteering, on our mental well-being, the importance of new learning, making new neural pathways in our brain by continuous learning, and of course through pursuing of hobbies. And how do we look, music and art, or even learning a new language for that matter, can actually build your cognitive health, make you feel better, and make you feel more more engaged. So there is the programs are designed with science behind them, is and then these programs are held by young those. I think that must be Shubhangi, who's trying to take, who's I think must be taking a dance session. And so these programs are intergenerational as well. So there is a young dost who conducts these program, and the other side are the seniors. But there is a reversal of role, whereas the purpose driven programs are there, where the seniors are the volunteers, and they are the benefit, and the young ones are the beneficiaries, or young ones are benefiting from those programs. Next please. uh, Basically what we have tried to in this well-being package, what we are trying to do is to give a routine to a seniors day-to-day activities. And what we are also trying to do is that they should be able to do it no matter where they are, no matter they cannot go outside home, out of home, because of mobility issue or because of any health concerns. But even while they are home and they just have a smartphone with them, how they can have a very socially engaged and fulfilling life. So morning is with yoga, afternoon it could be a tuition class, evening or afternoon could be a tuition class, or learn art, or play music. So there is a routine. Most of us, when we retire, what we miss is a routine. Or when we children are grown up, or even if a homemaker, there was a routine and a rhythm to life, which kind of changes when you are getting into the senior citizen category. So it is trying to create that scaffolding of a routine, of a different kind, of a fulfilling kind, and where you can fulfill most of it. Of course, meeting in person would be the best, but meeting in person would not be possible given the city's traffic, the crowd, and our cities don't have walking pathways, most of them don't have, and the weather and the pollution and the health issues. So what we are trying to ensure is that it's a small effort, of course, that how do they stay engaged. So I think there is a quote by one of our members. She says, इंस्पायरिंग सीनियर्स फाउंडेशन में जुड़ने के बाद मेरे जीवन का खालीपन समाप्त हो गया है, लगता है कि जैसे भर गया है। सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात, मुझे जीने का एक नया मकसद मिल गया है. She herself is a writer also. She has published a book of poems. But post retirement, the our engagements can be scanty, and then they can be far and few. So our routine offers a day with a fulfilling activity, with fulfilling, you meet other people, you talk to them, you learn something, you do something. So that is the engagement part. Next please. I think this I've covered, but so far I think we would have impacted. I think it's 1,300, maybe 1,500 by now. Impacted lives, and we would have conducted the tuition classes that we would have conducted would be close to 3,700 or 800. We have 100 plus tutors, volunteers. So out of these 1,500 people, there are 100 tutors who teach students, and there are 250 students. And the other sessions that we would have conducted by now, on yoga or other music or other learning opportunities would be around 300 plus. Next, please. Our long term, if you look at the really long term vision, or what is the horizon that is there, starting with individual, you can always start with one person. I mean, starting with the individual senior citizen, it impacts the family. The family benefits if senior citizens are healthy and they are engaged, they are happy, connected. It impacts the family, from the family to a society. So we become the catalyst. If these behavior changes, or if these nudges are successful, at a societal level, we become the catalyst for a broader social impact. And once you do that, then of course the policy needle also moves. The government also brings policy changes which are more senior friendly. I mean, we do have so many gaps in our current policies and programs of the government. It also encourages the silver economy. uh, I would say that businesses are coming up in the silver economy space, and silver economy is mostly currently in the senior living space, or the caregiving space, or the caregiving aspects. These are the two areas where silver economy is really booming. Some of them are also coming up with some tech-based, wearables and other assistive devices. But if we start economy, the impact on the policy, so it would have overall, if that happens over a long period, it will happen. It won't happen over a short period. But there would be reduced healthcare burden of the seniors. There would be, their economic, might would definitely be increasing. Their productive contribution would be there. Societal, at a societal level also, there would be cohesion, more interconnected society, more interconnected, which is very important in today's world, when families are nuclear, children are living far off from where their parents are. So that's a small impact from individual to how we can create national impact. I spoke about the tutors program, and I will give a little more details about this program. So how it works is that senior citizens, the educated senior citizens, uh, and I think any senior citizen for that matter, doesn't matter, they were working somewhere or not working somewhere, or most of us, I think, even if reasonably educated senior can teach a young child. So 2 hours a week per subject. So presently our tutors teach English, science, and math subjects. They have to they just need to contribute 2 hours a week, and the classes are held as per their schedule, as per whatever be their availability. And we attach one senior citizen or one member volunteer to maximum 1 to 3 students in the class, so that the students get individual attention. And the scheduling is flexible, and learning flows both ways. I mean, of course, there are students. For example, one of the students is very good at, I think, what's that music called, rap music. So she was teaching her tutor rap music, one of the girl students in our classes. Another one is very good at drawing and art. So he made गणेश चतुर्थी पे गणेश जी बना के उन्होंने अपने टीचर को भेजे. So there is a very beautiful relationship which happens. It is, next please. It is much beyond the base is the education, school education, the curriculum of the school. But what happens is a very beautiful bond that happens, like kind of a grandmother, warm and loving bond that happens. Bakshi ji is one of our volunteer tutor. He's around 80 plus. I think he must have. I think he retired from NTPC or some similar organization in a as a general manager or engineering background hai unka. So he says that little contribution has benefited him so much, in his golden years of his life. And many of these children, as Nimisha is saying, that they really want to study, they really want to shine, but they need some hand holding, they need some guidance, so बच्चों को पढ़ा के उनको अच्छा लगता है, बच्चों को बहुत अच्छा लगता है, बच्चों के जो हमारे some, I think I'll share the video sometime, on the group also, the video that we have of the tutors, how they feel and how the students are feeling. But it's a beautiful program which benefits seniors, it benefits children, it benefits the school system, it benefits the society overall. So I think one program with so many benefits to, so many, different generations, across generations, I would say. And it doesn't take much to be, and now, next please. And now we have tied up, as I mentioned. So some of these voices are from Santoshji, who's attending our art class, who's telling moral storytelling for the orphanage children. We do have some, we do have program of telling stories to orphanage children. We also have a, program for translating books in vernacular, children books in the vernacular. So I think she's participating in most of those. Vishnu Sharma ji says the little contribution I've been able to make to these students' lives, it has given me a newfound purpose for my life. So this is a wall of our inspiring, inspiring, tutors who are, with us. And I think that was it. A short presentation. I think it was. I think I could close it within the time allotted, or maybe a little more. So this is the paradigm shift in aging that we are wanting to do. I our most of our programs are free, and you can be a member just by free in the sense like we are not charging for any of the programs. Shruti, you can go to the next one. So just send a hi to us on this number 931 5274 243, or you can scan this code and just pay one time registration charges, so that the our database is updated and we can send you messages for our program, and you can join the community of inspiring seniors. We would really encourage the NU members to supplement what complement what they're doing already, with the senior citizen old age home visits, or you have orphanage visits, or you're doing multiple activities. Whatever be your whatever your schedule allows, whatever the time that you have on hand, definitely add to your learning. Definitely learn about digital tools, definitely learn about health conditions. And if you have time, you can teach children. You can either go to the schools. We'll ensure that you have all the support. You can be a tutor, and if you want to enjoy music and books, you can join those hobby sessions as well. But I would say at the minimum, definitely try to learn couple of try to be curious, stay active, stay physically active. Mobile exercise, fitness is very essential for not losing the mass, or having the strength to till the very end, to keeping healthy. And stay curious, do learn something new. Do something, even if 5 words that you learn, even if I mean, learning has to be there, physical fitness has to be there. You can go a step beyond, you can be contributing and volunteering also. I mean, that would be wonderful to your cognitive health also. And of course, you can join the fun part, fun hobby groups as well. That was about it from us, from our side. I'm happy to answer questions, or happy to answer any comments, or address any
Thank you.
questions.
Thank you very much, Malti. That was a very inspiring presentation, to say the least. And before I comment with my further comments, I would like to open it up in case there's any comment or anything that you want to ask Malti. Feel free to do that. You can unmute yourself, raise your hand, or without raising your hand, just come on the mic and speak up whatever you have in mind in case there's anything. Okay, seems like everybody enjoyed what you said. I mean, like I said in the beginning, I see a lot of space for collaboration between NSNU and ISF. And the reason being that, I mean, the reason is not just because we are focusing on the same demography, which is the seniors, the 60 plus, but I think also because we are into verticals which are more physical, event oriented, and less, online oriented. And in the times and days that we live in, I think we should capitalize on both, the online sort of activities that can reach out to people, as well as the ability to be able to organize physical events to pull people out of their homes and be able to participate, like you mentioned about, cutting the monotony in life, the loneliness in life, and also to stay socially active, socially engaged. I mean, like I've always said, to myself and to everybody, that one can retire from life. One can retire from work, but one should not retire from life. One can retire from work, but one should not retire from life. And I think the only way that you can continue not retiring from life is to have a purpose in life. I mean, when we are working, we do have a purpose. We do have a routine, as you said, Malti. We have activities to look through during the course of the day, even during the course of the evening, until we, go and sleep. But once we retire from work, the schedule is no more there. The activities, reduce significantly. And somewhere down the line, if there is no conscious effort on thinking through a purpose and pursuing the purpose is also, the purpose of living is also lost. And that probably is the worst thing for anybody to, have or go through. So clearly, you mentioned a lot.
Howard,
I mean, yes,
I can add here that there is a Harvard study which has proved that not having a purpose is as killing as having one of the chronic conditions. I mean, it is even worse. It is equal to that. So we
yeah,
don't realize the value of purpose, unless unless somebody kind of gives us that. So there is a study to prove it. So as I
yeah,
said that our programs are science backed. So there is a science behind it.
yeah,
Your own, I mean, this NSNU group feels so happy going to those orphanages, right? They find a purpose in that. They find that
yeah,
they're doing something meaningful, right? So purpose is very
absolutely.
important. You've said it rightly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, see, just as a matter of short discussion, I know we are on time. Uh, Anybody who's gone to 60 and beyond has 4 decades of experience within him or her, and that intellect and that wisdom and that experience is a huge amount of sort of stuff within you, which cannot and should not be allowed to go waste. I mean, like you said, one can be a working professional, uh, so there is a certain kind of wisdom and intellect and experience sitting within you. But even if you're not a working professional, let's say, my wife is a housewife, but that does not mean that there is no experience or intellect or wisdom that is not available within her, and that cannot just be allowed or should not. It should not go waste. I think the society is at a loss as much as the individual is if that wisdom, intellect, and knowledge is not used in the years beyond 60. And for that, I think it is as much of a society's responsibility as it is of the individual's responsibility. And you mentioned that healthy aging, purposeful aging is also good for the society. I mean, it means less of patients to the hospital, it means less of mental ill health, and so on and so forth. So I think all in all, there's a lot you mentioned, Malti. So thank you very much for that. I took some notes. Your tutors program in particular, I think I've always been excited about it. I will reach out to you so that at least I can become a member, and I will definitely encourage the other NSNU members to also become members. I mean, at 99, I think it's a no-brainer. And for us to benefit from all that you've been offering, or you mentioned about it in your presentation, I think it's awesome, excellent work that you're doing. So thank you very much for coming on our webinar, and talking about ISF to you and your team. And and hopefully, we go ahead with the collaboration. We continue to sort of escalate on the collaboration and continue benefiting our seniors, as we collaborate with the two organizations and also many more organizations as we move along. Yeah, so thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you very much. It was very nice speaking to you and to meet some of the members of NSU. Thank you very much. Right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I'll stop the recording here, and we hope to see each other on the next webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.